right, I'm going to be showing you a couple things. I'm going to be using this example folder here. This will be your breadth, your concentration, or your quality. And what you're going to have is you're going to have lots and lots of files, hopefully, and you're going to have probably multiple pictures of a particular project. So the first thing you're going to want to do, if you've got a Mac, you can select multiple items and then right-click to rename those items. So you could just call this Project 1, or an appropriate name for that. And whenever you do that, it obviously it resorts them, and project's going to be down here after alphabetically then photo. So you can go through and choose these different projects. You can rename them anything you want. So I'm going to call this we'll call it Project 2 maybe. Project 2, so it should rename all these. So it's it did. So it's got Project 1 here, photo, and then it's got all the different names. You can also replace the name. So like this has a really long file name. So let's just do this. Right click, rename 60. And this is saying add text. I can change this replaced text. So I'm just going to do, actually, format. So I'm going to change this to just, we'll call this design project. And then it's going to name these. There we go. And that should put them all up at the top. Okay, so renaming is pretty straightforward. You just select the group, right click, and then choose the naming profile that you want. The next thing we're going to do is, these are pretty small. Also the resolution is different. It should be 72, and I don't know why it's 132, but most of the time it'll be 72 DPI, but your images that you've taken with your iPhone are much, much larger than this, so we need to make those images smaller. So I'm just going to Control A, or actually before I do that, that's a select all. Before I do that, I'm going to make a copy of this. So I'm going to duplicate, and you could just call it copy, or you could rename it like example AP files for upload. Okay, so giving a file name that actually makes sense is a little nicer. So we're actually going to leave this one, and we're going to start working on this copy folder, and we're going to open up something called Automator. So if you just do like Command spacebar, that allows you to search. You type in Automator. It's this little robot guy. It's a program. It doesn't automatically open anything because it doesn't know what it wants you to do. But we're going to choose just a workflow. It basically does like it repeats tasks. So I'm going to get these files. Here, and this is where I'm going to select all, and then I'm going to drag them here. Cool. So it's saying get specified items, and then I'm going to feed this into a photos action because they're photos and I want to resize them. I don't want to crop them, and I want to display. This stuff's alphabetical, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to scale. Here's this. We're going to put, okay, so this is asking if I want to duplicate the things, which is what I've already done. I created a folder on the desktop, so I've already done this. If you didn't do this, this is an action you can take, but I'm going to say don't add because I am working with the copy folder already, example AP files for upload. There we go. And then I'm going to change this default to 780. That's the maximum recommended size for the AP. I might also change file type, just because sometimes whenever you guys take images with your phones, it doesn't come in as a JPEG, and a JPEG is also another thing that the AP requires or recommends. Just you don't want to have made this great portfolio and then they not be able to see your files because they can't read the file type. So this is another action you could add. So it's going to get these files, it's going to change the size, the maximum size in either direction to 780, and then it's also going to change the file type from whatever it is to a JPEG. So if you've got TIFF files or IMG files or PNG files or TIFF files or whatever you have, it's just going to change them all to the JPEG. Cool. There may be an error because I accidentally got some other stuff there. But now I should be able to look at these. Just one here. It greatly reduced the size of the file just here. And this resolution is a little disconcerting. I wonder if I can change the resolution. Change, ask. That is not a thing I can change. Instant slideshow, open and preview pad images. But let's worry about that a little less. We can talk specifically about that if you have an issue where your image is greater than 72 dpi. All right, that's it. That's resizing, renaming, and reformatting your images.